All right, now I'm joined again by meteorologist Daniel McDonald with a check of your forecast on this Weather Impact Alert Day.
Yes, another weather impact alert day for pretty much the same reasons as yesterday, because today's forecast is not going to be looking much different. The only chance, I think, for really any sort of straying off of yesterday's conditions is going to be maybe just a slight increase of the temperatures to where we actually reach the triple digits for the actual temperature. I think in Memphis that is going to be occurring. Many other areas as well, either achieving that or getting quite close in the upper 90s. Right now we are well on our way to achieving that, as it is 85 degrees, already feeling like 92. The dew point is at 73. That is a little bit lower than at this time yesterday, but given the chance that we have for temperatures to increase by a little bit, it's largely going to be feeling exactly the same as yesterday in terms of how uncomfortable it is out there. Temperatures are in the 80s everywhere else. 88 in Covington is the clear winner here, as wind speeds are increasing out of the west. Not really getting any sort of southerly component today, so we're not really going to be seeing, again, that much of an increase as a result. I think it's more so the fact that we have sunnier skies to start off that will result in temperatures possibly being a little bit higher. But at the same time, these wind speeds are not really going to be providing much relief here. They only really just carry on some air and some humid conditions in the atmospheres from areas further west on the plains, which this time of the year at least usually do achieve even higher temperature ranges than here in the Mid-South. The index, all of us in the 90s here for what it feels like outside, ranging from 95 in Covington to just about 90 exactly in Truman and in Oxford. We'll be feeling like the triple digits, I believe, within the next 2 hours. 10 a.m. here in Memphis, 101 should be that reading, and then 112 or so by later this afternoon, I believe, will be the peak of the heat before we do slowly cool down, but still feeling like 102 at around 8 p.m. That is when not only our weather impact alert will expire, but also when the heat warning from the National Weather Service expires as well. All of us, you can see, under a heat warning, this time no areas that are within a heat advisory. You can see off to the left there the difference between the advisory and the warnings. Generally, 105 or above issues that advisory here, but anything higher than 110, which I think all of us have the potential to reach, is going to be something that requires a warning, and that it will be in place again for the rest of today, as it was throughout yesterday and through many parts of Sunday. 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. is going to be our weather impact alert time frame, because that is probably going to be the window where we have at least some areas feeling like 110 degrees or higher. We're already feeling like the 90s, and within the next 3 hours, I think making a jump here to about 110 is quite realistic. Dangerous heat that requires us to stay hydrated, take lots of breaks inside, and generally just making sure we listen to our body and just try and just subconsciously here make sure we are just taking a lot more of those safety precautions. Even the healthiest of us, the most accustomed to temperatures in this high of a range, do manage to see those symptoms of heat-related illnesses sneak up quite a bit quicker than usual when it's just this hot out. We do have clouds and radar showing that cloud cover is not really managing to hold up all that much, as it does stream in from the north. Higher clouds here that are probably going to be present for mostly sunny conditions today, but anything that produces rain here, at least for the daylight hours, I think is not going to be a part of the forecast. But as we head towards tonight after sunset, and maybe a bit of a different story, I would say around a 30% chance of rain is looking to be probable by around midnight, and then heading into very early Wednesday, we may wake up to a few showers, but I really don't think any heavy downpours or thunderstorms will be in the forecast. More importantly, that is going to be some moisture here, a few isolated bouts of rainfall that will be out ahead of a cold front sweeping through, ensuring us that we are looking cooler and that we will no longer see any forecasts like this for the next several days. 100 degrees, sunny in Memphis, west winds at 11 miles per hour. Again, that really won't be able to provide much relief. This is going to be probably one of the most uncomfortable days we've seen so far this summer. But even as we do get that relief here, it looks like the atmosphere that is already so hot and dry will be trying to fight back a little bit, because I think that rain is looking to enter the region in a bit more of a stronger fashion. You can see a cell there that is looking fairly healthy and containing some heavier downpours. Our model's pretty much tearing it apart as it traverses through the Mid-South here, and that's going to be the story for really any sort of further rain chances throughout the night and into early tomorrow on Wednesday. Now, I don't think we are going to to see all of that rain get torn apart to the point where we don't see anything fall from the sky. We certainly should have a few showers, and maybe even into around the noon hours, early afternoon hours here, we could see just a little bit off to the south and west some showers and a few more, say, scattered rather than isolated downpours. But generally speaking, the atmosphere here is still going to keep us dry by Thursday, and then looking towards the weekend, even as temperatures may get as far down as the upper 80s, we are not really looking for any sort of widespread rain chances in our immediate or even really the extended future. So we may get a nice combination here of relatively cooler temperatures with lower rain chances as we do head towards the end of this week. Mostly cloudy, though, for tonight, as the rain chance again will be a bit higher at about 30%. A few showers as we wake up here, and maybe even into as late as the late morning hours of Wednesday, where we still see a few little isolated bouts of rain, but the temperatures are going to be much cooler here. That will be the biggest and most noticeable difference. The lower 90s still may result in the upper 90s or even 100 for the heat index, but that should be a good 10 to 15 degrees cooler than how it will be feeling today. And then even beyond here into the weekend and next week, temperatures do not look to fluctuate all that much from that lower 90s range. Maybe again, even the upper 80s by Saturday and Sunday. Overall this weekend looking cooperative, and I think it will be a nice reward in exchange for enduring one more day of extremely oppressive heat.